Hi guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. So the topic that we are going to discuss today, I would say it is the core or the foundation of everybody's trading career. Okay, I'm sure most of the guys know about it, so I will add some more value to the topic by providing some extra information which I'm sure many of the people miss to implement when they trade live. Okay, it's no secret. I'm sure most of the guys would have heard about it from different sources but would have not taken it seriously. Okay, so the prime purpose of making this video is to spread the word as much as possible so that people come to know about the importance of this thing and make it a habit to use it when they trade live. Okay, and I'm sure this is gonna save a big deal of money that you lose in the stock market. Okay, so this is actually a lifesaver, or I would say a money saver, that is mandatory to be followed by every trader. It is actually a method, or you can say a best practice, that helps you in managing your money and to manage your risk when you trade live in the market. Okay, so the thing that I'm talking about is called position sizing. Now first thing first, what is position sizing? In layman's term, position sizing is a method by which you decide how many shares will you trade with in a single trade. Okay, now the thing that you need to understand is you face big losses when you take big positions. When I say big positions, I mean when you trade with large number of shares. Okay, like if you trade with 5,000 shares, a 1 rupee move against you will make you face a loss of 5,000 rupees. At the same time, if you trade with 500 shares, a 1 rupees move against you will make you face a loss of 500 rupees. There is a huge difference, isn't it? Right? Now, people might argue saying that if the stock price moves in our expected direction, then we would have gained 5,000 rupees. But since we followed position sizing, instead of earning 5,000 rupees, I ended up earning only 500 rupees. So the answer to this argument is, in stock market, you need to concentrate on saving your capital and not to make quick money. Okay, only if you save your capital, you will be in a condition to trade the next day and you know that you are still in the game. Okay, so the calculation of position sizing comprises of two things. The first one is the amount of risk that you can take, which we call as risk appetite. The second thing is your stop loss. Okay, now let me explain it one after the other. So coming to the first thing, you decide your risk taking into consideration as to how much money you can lose so that you don't get mentally affected. Okay, so your risk appetite should not disturb you in case you lose a trade, because you yourself had decided that amount and you yourself knew that you are ready to lose that amount, right? And if you lose that amount, then it will not affect you mentally. Okay, so the next question is, how much should I risk? Well, it depends from person to person. I will talk about myself. I'll take my example. Okay, I take a risk of 5% on my capital for every trade. So let's say I am trading with 50,000 capital. So I am ready to lose 5% of 50,000, which is 2,500 rupees in every trade. Okay, so basically, in other words, in every trade I do, I'm ready to lose 2,500 rupees. Okay, so now 5% is my risk appetite. Your risk appetite might be 4%, might be 3%, or might be even 2%. So it depends. Okay, but my suggestion is, don't go lower than 2% and don't go higher than 5%. Okay, so this is the first part. Now coming to the second part, stop loss. There are many ways how people decide their stop losses. The calls that I give on Telegram, I decide the stop loss depending on my technicals. Okay, I really cannot go ahead and discuss the technicals here, so let me speak in general terms and let's take the stop loss in terms of percentage. Okay, so I would suggest you that you can put a max stop loss of 1% of the script price. Okay, so if you are trading a 500 rupees stock, if you are trading a 500 rupees script, your stop loss should not be more than 5 rupees. Okay, and trust me, if you follow the right technicals, many of the times your stop loss can be as low as 0.5% or even lower of that of the script price. Okay, so it depends what technicals you follow and how you do the technical analysis in the live market. Okay, so basically we are risking 1% of the script price and expecting 1% of returns. Okay, so our risk reward becomes 1:1, and if the move goes really well, then it's not a big deal to get a risk reward of 1:2 or even 1:3. Okay, but that's a completely different topic. Let's not get into it. Okay, so these were the two things that helps us in calculating the position sizing. Okay, now how do we calculate position sizing? Your position sizing will be the risk appetite divided by your stop loss. So in the example that I took before some time, I have a capital of 50,000. My risk appetite is 2,500 per trade, and if I'm trading a 500 rupees script, my max stop loss will be 5 rupees. So my position sizing will be 2,500 divided by 5, which is 500. So the max number of shares that I should be trading should not be exceeding 500 shares. Okay, you can take less number of shares, you can take less than 500, but make sure that it should not be exceeding 500 shares. Okay, now that is one part of position sizing. Now coming to another important aspect, you should not be changing your risk appetite. If you have decided that your risk appetite is 2,500 rupees per trade, then you need to keep it constant for the other trades as well. What people normally do is, if they face a loss in the first trade, they increase the risk appetite in the second trade, hoping that they will recover the previous loss and get on to the profit zone. Now that does not solve the purpose, and you cannot say that you are following position sizing. Okay, in fact, you are screwing things up more, because if the second trade also ends up in a loss, then you are losing more money. Okay, so never change your risk appetite, keep it constant, it should not be varying. Okay, now the last thing, if you remember, I told it earlier that position sizing is a money saver. Okay, that's because the reason why I told it is because with 50,000 capital, if you follow the right position sizing with 5% of risk appetite, then you will be in a position to take a total number of 20 trades. Right now, if you follow the right things and the right technicals, then do you really think that you will make losses in all the 20 trades? I don't think so. And if you make 20 losing trades, then you are not made for trading. I'm sorry to mention this, but this is the hard fact. If you are following the right technicals and everything is right, then there is no way that you can lose 20 trades in a row. Okay, so that position sizing, having the right position sizing and following the right things will make sure that you stay longer in the market. Okay, so I hope this helps, guys. I have told you the exact method of saving your money by minimizing your losses and to be in the game for a longer time. Okay, but that does not mean that you take up any random trades by applying the right position sizing and expect to make money. No, that will not happen. You need to learn the right things, follow the right technicals, and then if you apply the right position sizing, that is when you can expect some returns from the market. Okay, hope that is clear. So that's it for now, guys, and as always, I would request you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please join in my Telegram channel, the link to which you will find in the description section. Okay, and I will see you all later. Hope you all will stick back, and happy trading. Bye bye.